Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we are cracking open a YouTube video that's got everyone buzzing. The Untold Truth About Money, How to Build Wealth from Nothing. It's not just about getting rich, though. It's about understanding the real equation to wealth. Intrigued? Let's dive in.
Okay, so right off the bat, this video wants us to confront something. Those sneaky assumptions we've picked up about wealth, like the whole born with a silver spoon narrative we see everywhere.
Yeah, it's like we're bombarded with this idea that wealth is a birthright, not something you earn. But this video throws some cold, hard facts at
Yeah.
us. Did you know that a whopping 68% of ultra-wealthy people, those with a net worth of $30 million or more, actually built their fortunes from scratch? That's according to a WealthX report.
68%, whoa! It makes you realize that maybe those Hollywood portrayals of inherited fortunes aren't the whole picture. It gets you thinking, if they can do it, why not us? What are they doing differently? And the video doesn't stop there. It throws out names like Oprah Winfrey, who went from a challenging upbringing to a media empire, or Jeff Bezos starting Amazon from his garage. And now, well, you've seen the size of that garage now.
Okay, so clearly there is more to this wealth thing than just being born into it. The video calls this the flawed equation, the idea that wealth is simply a matter of getting a good job and earning a steady paycheck.
Right, like that old saying, time is money. But the video breaks it down with a pretty sobering example. Let's say you earn $20 an hour, a respectable wage. To reach $1 million, you'd need to work 40 hours a week for 24 years. And that's not even counting taxes or the ever-increasing cost of living.
24 years, and let's be honest, who actually hangs on to every penny they earn for 24 years straight? Suddenly that dream of becoming a millionaire seems less like a straight line and more like a maze, right? So if the traditional time for money equation is flawed, what's the real key to building wealth? The video has a pretty bold answer for that.
It's not about chasing money itself, but about solving problems. And I'm not talking about fixing a leaky faucet, but about identifying problems that people are willing to pay for solutions to. And the bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the potential reward.
So it's less about inheriting wealth and more about creating it by adding value. Makes you think about companies like, say, Amazon. They've built an empire by solving problems for consumers. Convenience, price, selection, you name it.
Exactly. They tapped into what people needed and found ways to deliver.
But it's not just about solving any problem, it's about the
Perceived value of your solution.
Perceived value. Okay, unpack that a bit for us. What does that really mean?
Good point. It's about how much the market values the solution you're offering. Imagine a cleaner versus a skilled accountant. Both provide valuable services, right? But the accountant who can save you thousands in taxes is often seen as having higher value, and their earning potential reflects that.
So how do we actually find these high value problems to solve? The video doesn't exactly hand us a treasure map, does it?
Well, it does offer a surprisingly simple starting point. Listen to the market. What are people complaining about? What do they wish existed but can't find? Those pain points, those unmet needs, those are your problem-solving gold mines.
Okay, that makes sense. But let's say you've identified a problem and you're brimming with ideas. How do you go from aha moment to actual solution?
That's where things get really interesting. The video emphasizes scalability. It's not enough to solve a problem for one person. You need a solution that can reach a large audience. Think of it like this. A bakery that sells a few hundred delicious loaves locally is great, but a company that can produce thousands, package them efficiently, and ship them nationwide. That's scalability in action.
So instead of just baking for our neighbors, we're thinking about building a system that can deliver those fresh loaves to every doorstep in the country. That's a whole different ballgame.
Exactly. And alongside scalability comes automation and systems. It's about creating a well-oiled machine that works whether you are personally there or not. This is where a lot of us, even if we're not entrepreneurs, can learn a lot.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Even within a traditional job, the more you can systematize your work, delegate tasks effectively, maybe even identify areas for automation, the more valuable you become to your employer.
It's like that saying, work smarter, not harder, but applied to building wealth, right?
Precisely. It's not just about clocking in more hours. It's about maximizing your impact and creating value that scales.
So we've challenged assumptions, ditched the flawed equation, and embraced the power of problem solving. What happens once you've actually built something successful, like a thriving business, a killer product, a must-have service? What then?
Well, the video lays out two primary paths. You can continue to steer the ship, grow your creation, and reap the rewards of being a business owner. Or
Don't leave us hanging.
Or you can consider an acquisition. Essentially, this means selling your solution, your business, to another company, often for a hefty sum.
Like when Facebook acquired Instagram, that was a pretty penny here.
A cool $1 billion to be exact. And remember when eBay acquired PayPal? That deal earned Elon Musk a cool $165 million. That's life-changing money.
Okay, now we're talking serious motivation. But I appreciate that this video isn't just about dangling riches in front of us. It digs deeper, touching on the why behind wanting wealth in the first place. And it seems like freedom is a big part of it.
Absolutely. It's about the freedom to control your time, to pursue your passions, to make choices that align with your values. All things that money can certainly make easier. But here's the thing.
Go on.
This video subtly but powerfully reminds us that time is the one resource we can never get back. So is trading huge chunks of your life for a job that leaves you feeling empty truly worth it, even if it pays the bills?
That's a question a lot of us grapple with, isn't it? And it's not about advocating for everyone to become entrepreneurs overnight. It's more about encouraging a mindset shift.
Exactly. It's about asking yourself, what am I passionate about? What problems am I uniquely positioned to solve? How can I use my skills and talents to create something valuable, even if it's within my existing job?
It's about taking ownership of our careers and lives. Finding meaning in the struggle, but also finding the struggle that's meaningful to us. It's almost like this equation to wealth the video talks about. It becomes less about a specific formula and more about a framework for a more intentional life.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about accumulating wealth for wealth's sake, but about aligning your pursuit of wealth with your values and aspirations. It's about finding joy in the journey of creating, building, and making a meaningful impact.
And you know what I find truly empowering about this whole concept? It doesn't require us to become the next Elon Musk or launch a tech startup to find fulfillment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This entrepreneurial spirit, this problem-solving mindset, it can be applied to every aspect of our lives, whether you're finding creative solutions at work, identifying ways to improve your community, or even figuring out how to streamline your daily routine. There's always a problem waiting to be solved.
It's like that saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. Even small improvements, those tiny triumphs over everyday challenges can create a ripple effect.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that we're not just passive passengers on this ride. We have the power to identify what needs changing, to roll up our sleeves and to create solutions big or small that make a difference.
This entire deep dive has been a real eye-opener for me. It's so easy to get caught up in the idea that wealth is this elusive thing reserved for a select few. But this video and our conversation today has really driven home the point that it all starts with a shift in perspective.
It's about understanding the true nature of value, the power of problem solving, and the freedom that comes with taking control of your time, your skills, and ultimately your life.
It's about finding the drive and the courage to pursue the struggles that truly resonate with us, knowing that the journey itself can be just as rewarding as the destination. And on that note, I want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question. What problems in your life, your work, or even your community are calling out to be solved? It might not lead to $1 million business, but even small solutions, those tiny acts of creative problem solving, can have a ripple effect, creating positive change in ways we might never have imagined. So go out there, embrace the challenge, and see what you can create. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.